The whole thing was like heart sports session. Kind of like internal family system style. This idea that like, the mind is multiple sub-agents or something. Cortical professional setting was pretty comfortable.
Heavy duty stuff.
Yes, but in a way where I can definitely feel the after effects. Having a friend over that I'm hosting, packing to leave tomorrow, having another friend arrive on Friday. So,
Okay. Is that
I have been teaching all day since I left.
what?
TV.
Yay, Luna!
We made our storyboard for our recording tour. Really upset about my skin has just like
Let's see.
for the last 3 days. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I know other people are gonna arrive late, but people are on Zoom and it's time 15 minutes. I want to say thank you so much all for coming, and online and here in person. It really touches my heart because this is what it's all about. Bersama, so togetherness, and yeah, it's really also asking for help for the future to make this event even better, and also to help the island because I think with over tourism it's growing really fast and there is a lot of things coming up, and I think together we can guide it better. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be super transparent and gonna keep it short because you know, we're not at school. And then we can just enjoy the sauna and enjoy the evening and just let everything kind of, you know, connect the dots overnight. And whatever thoughts you have, I'm gonna post the video online so you can put it in the comments and we can keep like a nice flow of communication and thoughts and ideas, because together we are more strong. Yeah. So
thank you.
okay, I have my notes. Sorry. So yeah, transparency, community, and contribution. Transparency, community, and contribution. So first I will talk about the festival. So Slow Food and Yoga Festival. So I'm gonna just give you numbers. Because numbers are important. So in 2019, after the earthquake, we were talking with Emily from Flowers and Fire, and we were like, oh my God, everyone's talking about this earthquake. We need to talk about something else, you know? We need to give this island a new reputation. So I was like, oh, we have to make a festival. She's like, yeah, but we should make a yoga festival. And I was like, yeah, slow food and yoga. Like it makes complete sense also as an example to the world. So that's how the idea was born. And we started making this as a community event. So I invested originally 100 million to start this event. And then since then, we've done 3 editions. And it's never been about money. I never need this money back, but it's been about just keeping it rolling, right? Then this is allocated on marketing. So it's 60 million, which is advertisements and flyers, and then my fabulous assistant in the Philippines that runs all of that online. Then we have graphics, so the program, etc., so that's it. And then all the transportation of the facilitators. To come to the island. Voila. Then in 2014, 2024, the tickets. We sold 147 tickets total, but from that there was 124 complimentary. So that's all the facilitators and all the venues and the sponsors. So eventually 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 is how much? 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5
21.
Voilà, so we sold I think 27 tickets. Not so many, huh? Huh? Let's say it, huh? It's not so many, huh? This investment, not great. Okay? But we still made 46 million. So it's a little boring, but at the end you understand why I explain all of this. And then in the boxes, there was donations for 10 million. And then the venues donated 28 million. So, what's the total? 84. Okay, so it's the first time that we don't cover costs. Okay? But we don't care, because with this we can still do something. Yeah? To be honest, when I started the festival this year, I said it's the last one. I do it, I run it, and then when it's done, I do charity with all of it, and then I close everything, because I have 3 times more businesses now. Because in COVID I did online stuff, and then everything came back after COVID, so I have so much more to do. Mom's here full time, and it was really hard for me. It was not fun, you know. And I always say, if it feels expansive, you know, you're on the right way. But if it feels contracted, you're on the. And I felt so empty. So I was like, it's the last one. But then the festival started, and all these amazing people came together, and everyone was like, it cannot be the last one. We will help you, you know. You can give me a stage. And then I was like, oh my God, yes. Actually, I can do this stage, you know, which can be sustainable living, where I give my talks, my brother gives his talks. That's our stage. And then whoever wants to do a dance stage, we already have someone who wants to do a Bitcoin stage, which is going to bring a whole troop of Bitcoin people, astrology stage, and we can just have a lot of stages everywhere, and everybody manages their own stage, and it's healthy. The rhythm is good. Of course you can pick my brain, of course you can take all my contacts, of course I will help you, but I don't want to be running it anymore. I can't. But it costs all of me. Yeah? And it's not even for me. Like I work 1,000 hours on this project for 0, you know? But this is food for the soul. Okay? We all work to earn a living, you know. If there's no salary, nobody goes to work. But there's something different when you do charity. You know? There's a lot of these things in life you cannot put a price on, but they have so much value. And in the end, that is what is life all about, you know? It's those moments. So I cannot stop. So I need your help.
Big pleasure.
Yes. Yes. Our amazing sound healer. This I said. Obviously a yoga stage and food stages. Voila. So now we go into the future. Yeehaw. And then improvements. Perbaikan?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Perbaikan. So I think what can be improved for the festival, like the feedback I got from people, is people bought the tickets online. Megatix were a pain in the ass, so we need to make a ticketing page on our website, so that's already being done. But also people didn't know they could pay per class. So just making it really clear, and also they didn't know what was for free. So putting everything on one page, this is how much you pay per class if you're coming from abroad, it's 150, which is super fun. And if you're a local, everything is 50% off. So like 3 million for 4 days if you're visiting, and 1 million for 4 days if you're from here. So I think it's a fair price, and also we can make a good turnover, and then we can do all of this money is for charity. Like I forgot the causes. So the causes first, yeah. So what we wanted to do, yes, the first thing we wanted to do was plant 1,000 trees. So that's been done. Soraya Foundation.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's so nice. So that's also really good to for the erosion,
On Gili Air?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we do it since 5 years. And this year, a woman went to see Justine, and she told her that in her garden she has one from 4 years ago, and it's this big.
That's
I mean, how good!
that's yes.
So that's really cool. And also, Superman is having a tough time, so it's really good for him also to keep his movement going. And all the locals were there, like it was incredible. We're gonna do a playground at the school. We are very lucky because Captain Coconuts and Lucy got most of the donations for that, and Soraya Foundation as well. And we're gonna do it with you, of course. You tell me. I went to the school already. I kind of found a Tucan Caillou, so we can go together if he comes, and make a nice playground with swings and a slide for the kiddies. So that's also okay. And then Kantor Desa asked us to support the ceremony, so that's also okay. But then for the community gardens, which is my favorite. So the idea behind the community gardens was first to help the women of the island and teach them about entrepreneurship and teach them about permaculture. And they can make little permaculture gardens around the island. So they can pick up the organics from the businesses that want to support. And then with that, she makes composting, she does permaculture gardens, she plants, and then she sells her veggies to the business. Yeah? So, I mean, honestly, I eat spinach from the garden every day. Like, my body is asking for it. Like, it's a completely different story. It's much healthier. I'm super lucky because it's thanks to my brother. I don't have a green hand at all. The only thing I can make live are orchids. That's it. So voila. But I don't think this is forgotten. Yeah, definitely not. We're just gonna have to find different funding, and also, we wanted to also support Dita because he's doing a lot of biogas, which is also awesome. And so it's basically on hold until we find the funding for it. Okay, but we can find private funding. We can find, let's see. But I think it's a great step to becoming a zero waste island, which is our dream before we die, is to become an example to the world. We could be a solar powered island. We could be a zero waste island. We could guide the over tourism better, thanks to. I mean, imagine now if we do this festival again, and imagine that everybody says, okay, there's 147 participants, right? 124 are complimentary, okay? So imagine if everybody brings just one person that's gonna take a full price ticket, or 2 people that's gonna take a half price ticket. We can have 300 million the next edition. I'm not going to do any advertisements because it's obviously not working anymore. So this is the way how we can evolve, and then with that we make another meeting next year and we discuss what we do with it, and we guide the evolution. With one event we can do a whole year of charity. That's just a cool event. So it's like a win-win situation. So improvements of the ticketing. Process already. And then, what do you guys have as feedback? So improvement of the event, yeah, And then also the future of the island. So what are the problems that we can kind of have that are coming towards us? And then how can we find solutions for them together? For example, I was living in Boracay, and eventually there was so much tourism, we were all swimming in shit. Because all the giant resorts, they just plunged everything into the ocean, and everyone was kiting with like eye infections. Yeah, because the septic tanks, they are not biological or worm. If you have a worm septic tank with catfish, by the time the septic goes into the ocean, into the island, it's clean, right? But if you don't, and you just have a regular tank and it goes straight into the island, you're gonna be sick, you know. And then okay, you know, we take Lombok water, but the locals, they cannot afford it, you know. So they get sick, but then we get sick. If you have typhoid fever or dengue, or you know, we've all had it this year. It's already happening. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful about these things. Yeah. Septic, erosion. Solar powered island. Big dreams, yeah.
The solar panels that are in the middle of the island, who do they
They
facilitate?
need a refresher. They're very old.
They're very old. But
Yeah.
who do they
So if we
facilitate? What do they do?
I think it's a part of the island.
Mhm.
I've heard many different stories. I'm not sure, but I know that they're very old and they really need a refresher. So
Yeah.
this could also be something we could budget, do a refresher. This is completely solar powered. It's really possible. The sun is
On
out all the
site.
time. There's flat roofs everywhere. You know.
It's a shame not to be.
Yeah. We could sell electricity to Lombok. Zero waste island.
Yes.
Bon, 85%. Huh? Anything else? Please talk.
Yeah. Maybe we could help to replace like they keep using this plastic and polystyrene boxes.
Yes. So
It's like part of the-
reusable.
It's part of the zero something. I don't know. Because I know they keep buying it because it's cheaper than the paper one or the. That's why they keep
Yeah.
buying it. Because I think they understood that it's not good. Like they know like polystyrene and plastic, but they keep buying this one because it's the cheapest. one. So I don't know, maybe we can help with like one donation. Someone and we could like do the full island, like all the
Yes.
business.
Totally.
Because if you group all the orders of all the business and everybody order to the same one, it will be very cheap.
Yeah.
They can get the paper one for very cheap
Yeah.
price, you know, but they
True.
will just need to synchronize the
Group order.
group order for the to definitely erase this polystyrene and plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean a whole waste system in general
Yeah.
that is accessible to the whole island,
So
locals.
the
and
waste
everybody.
system is not very complicated. I've been learning thanks to this festival actually, because I always invite all these cool people and I listen to the talks and I'm like, oh, interesting. And so the queen of all of that is Paula from Bamboo Studio, and she lives in Lombok. She's a really good friend of mine. And so basically, if you take the organics out of the trash, yeah, which are around 30%, right? The plastics have more value. Yeah. So if we start with these community gardens where the organics go out of the trash, then the plastics are clean. So they have much more value. The scavengers can come and pick them up because they get money for that. So they're automatically recycled because the guy picks them up to get money. So for sure it's going to the recycle bank. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. Plus you're helping a little guy. You know, you see them walking around the island. They come here. They come too slow, and that's already out. And then it's also looking at your trash and seeing what you can reuse. So at Slow, for example, we use the spray anti-mosquito. So they use it when it's empty. We send it to the spa, and we make a natural anti-mosquito spray that we make, and we give it as a present to our guests. You know, so we repurpose our trash. The C100 that everybody drinks in the minibar, We put it into the spa as well. We put coconut oil and aloe vera inside, and we give it as a present to the guests when they arrive. So again, it's something that's repurposed. Everything in our minibar is metal or glass, recycled, and then eventually all you have left is packaging. So then I'm sorry, but then you're zero waste. You know, because packaging, we're not there yet. To have I think it's already, if everybody could do that, it would be a huge difference. But I mean, there's so many people.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe
It's
around,
really-
sorry,
Yes.
maybe
yes.
around the island there could be more like waste disposal.
Exactly.
It's hard to find where to put what.
Exactly.
And you're like, is this a trash can or did they just make it from putting
Exactly.
shit there?
So these community gardens, they could grow into mini trash management locations around the island. So you could come there with your organics. They could make, really nice veggies with them. There could be a chicken farm where also there could be a worm farm. All the cardboard boxes go into a worm farm. There could be a place where the scavengers could come to pick up all the recyclables, and then there's almost no trash left.
I got a question. For example, does the Kantor Desa, who is like the chief of the island?
Yes.
For example, I get crazy with this one, like the plastic glass, like it's like water, one use. You stick the stream in it, because the Indonesian, they love it.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's so easy,
And
but
it's
this is
also-
so full because it's just
I
like
agree.
one use, and you have the glass, the plastic on the top, and you use the stream, like plastic stream, to reverse. Like,
Yeah.
and I was thinking maybe the Kantor Desa, because he's the chef of the island, could just say to the people now, we don't want people ordering this on the island.
So that's totally what should happen. There should be eco tax on anything that comes in and that's not ecological. And this, when I was doing work with them 5 years ago, I was more active 5 years ago. Now I'm starting to be a little bit more active, but in my capacity. They wanted to become a zero waste island, so that's their idea, and they were going to put eco tax on all these things. I don't know where they're at now. He told me he might come tonight, but he's really busy. So I think in their capacity, they are already doing pretty good. Gili Air is taking his trash to Lombok, which is better than having a dump in the middle of the island like in Trawangan, in my opinion. They are really ready to work together, and the point here is to give business and jobs to the locals. This foundation we started in 2016, 17, something like that, and every single penny that went into the foundation came out for a local. So whatever project you want to do a kitty clinic, we can do it, but the trash situation is a project of life.
Yes.
Before we die, this might be a zero waste island, slowly, because we need 3 generations to unlearn what we've learned in the last 3 generations. We have to go back to the bamboo and the banana leaf. You have to go back to the banana leaf. It's simple. But plastic is fantastic. A Belgian made it, and an Englishman sent it all around the world. So yeah. But I think with little effort and community, we can make a difference. Even if it's already too late and it's just a drop in an ocean, it will make us feel good. And it will be a good example to the world. Gili Air can become an example to the world. People can talk about this island because the whole community has really started something incredible, and today with climate change and just on a world level, it could be a really good message. And here we can do it. Here you can live almost zero waste. If you go to Bali or Brussels, oh my God, you're accumulating plastic by the minute. So it's cool. Would you like to add something?
We really experienced when we came here, it was already told in the ferry that it's a zero waste island kind of approach. water bottles to the island because we really don't want to have them, so leave them in the boat so that they are not coming to the island actually. So
Nice. Which boat?
and I think another thing that we're experiencing is that there is a lot of vegan food, and I'm not sure if we ever had a plastic straw on the island.
Oh yeah.
So
That's so
whatever
cool.
you're doing something damn right over here.
Ah, yeah, that's cool. Fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, and maybe also something to add.
Yes.
Two things that came to my mind. You already touched one of the point. Maybe also one might be a idea to reach your zero waste island utopia in a faster pace. To try maybe to educate. I don't know how the education system
I
here
agree.
is.
Yeah.
Maybe with your experience, with your entrepreneurship or your business knowledge, where you can actually teach them, let's say in a workshop or in a crash course, business 101, business not all about money, it's about solving problems, or sometimes even some dry course like why accounting is important,
Absolutely.
just to see also what you can actually do even with internet or even with Google to solve your own problems, where we encourage them, motivate them to come up with their own ideas, with their own cultural background. They may come up with even better ideas from different perspectives than
Absolutely.
us. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and then I will say, okay, based on our culture, I don't know, we should go that way. And
Absolutely.
nothing even.
So that's a lesson I learned the hard way, because when you start doing charity, you think you're gonna change the world, and you're like, yoo-hoo! I'm gonna change the world. And then you're like, okay, maybe I ask them what they want. And since I've been starting to do that, it's been much more successful. It starts with them, and it's also them that have to do it. We can give them our knowledge and support,
Yeah.
but yeah, and be there for them. But they have to do it and run the show. It's their country, you know, it's their island. And education, we started to do that at the school. My friend Rose did some ecological workshops. I think you also did some. And it's cool. It's nice. Sometimes you go to City Shop and you see a kid with a reusable bag. Hallelujah, you know. Wow, my week is good, you know. But then they grow up, they go to Lombok, and then you have to teach the new guys, and, you know. It's gonna take a while. It's easier to just say, okay, plastic is not allowed. Voila, problem solved. Because you go to the school, you teach again, but it's a quick burnout, you know.
Maybe I've also.
Also, the evolution of the local community with the over tourism, the village is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And people live on this island. They were fishermen, and now soon there's not going to be another coconut, you know. So also that. Preserving the local culture. That's also what this festival is about. It's showing the culture of Lombok because it has so much value, you know. I mean, you're traveling, you come here, you like to stay in a nice place, but when you go out, you want to experience the local spirit, you know. You want to have a cooking class with a local, see, you know, the giant percussions from Lombok. Like, that's why people come here. So it's important to keep this value, you know. We were talking about it today, to give every single customer a small gift that is made by a local when they arrive. Because that's the value of this country. It's important to preserve it. Thank you.
May I also add something?
Yeah.
It was also that as soon as I arrived here, that I noticed that besides also the zero waste is also like an island for mental and also for physical health.
Yeah.
Might be also like a good brand. for this.
Absolutely.
As soon as I entered the room here, I felt all the stress went away. All the
Yes.
details. Okay, it's like another different way of how to live your life. You
Yes.
know, and a lot of people do not know that. This might be an inspiration. This might be also like a kind of a value that people can offer.
So before, and also still today, the people people were coming here especially for scuba diving and snorkeling. Now it's over scuba diving and snorkels. You can feel the reef is, you know, tired and needs a breather. When COVID happened, oh my God, everything was like wow, back in full bloom. You know, sharks and turtles were like everywhere, and now it's back to, you know, 55 yellow turtles at the surface. You know, everyone's snorkeling with the yellow vest. That's it, you know. So I think it's nice to have a different target market. So that's also why Slow Food and Yoga Festival. So it's exactly what you're saying. There's a lot of mental illness. People are really unhappy, and to come to a place where the first time I came to Gili Air, I put my foot on this island and I was so peaceful. You know, I was like, oh my God, the energy is insane. And I traveled around the world horizontally and vertically for 7 years. It's the only place I came back to. And then he adopted me, so I stayed. So, and everybody feels it, you know. You arrived today, she went straight into the ocean, she's like, this is paradise. You know, I'm like, yeah. You know, it is. And everybody needs a little bit of paradise in their life. So yeah, definitely.
It's very peaceful place. It's friendly and peaceful.
Friendly and peaceful, yes.
And as you say, it's really like it's really like a place to chill,
Yes.
to relax, to do some yoga, meditation. It's very like a place is done for everybody.
I mean, you look at the sunset and it's a meditation. Huh? It's a river. Mom, would you like to add something? Lily?
Good. I'm listening.
Vera? Any ideas?
So I think the thing that stands out for me that I have no idea how to enter into or approach is, if I think of like future vision, what I would like for this island, many other places I've lived, is a kind of integration between cultures.
Yes.
Like I think
Bersama. This is the whole point. Together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think I would love to be at something like this and to have the mix of people be,
Yes.
you know, like to an even greater extent and a greater degree. And I feel like
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
you have to start somewhere, exactly. You have
Neil,
to
my
start somewhere.
friend. Welcome. Integration of cultures.
Yes, and less of a feeling of, I think I've seen and felt, and maybe it's just what I bring to the situation as well, but a lot of us and them, and a separation in circles sometimes, not always.
Yes, but it will always feel like that because the culture is so different. But I do Ramadan with them.
Yes,
Yes, I'm not Muslim,
yes,
but I want to feel what you feel and to understand. And I want to make sure at 3 p.m. that I don't ask you to clean the whole swimming pool. Because I'm also like, I need food! When is the mosque sinking? You know, and voila. And the other way around, they are here with us. We're going to go into the sauna, we're going to share something around the fire.
yeah.
And we do gendang blade together. And then they came to yoga, you know? And I'm happy. Because it happened, and before it didn't at all.
Right.
Zero. Yeah, we even had immigration supporting us. It was fantastic. Amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I am sure that it will grow
I hope
because
so.
the only way is together.
It also seems
I
to
have
me
ideas. You have ideas. This is your country. I learn from you every day, you learn from me every day. But that is a mindset that you cultivate, and it's a daily practice that you have, that not everyone has, you know?
Yeah, but together, you know, together we walk each other
Often-
somewhere, and it feels to me
Yeah.
like the reality of the island, as you said, is over tourism, right? And so then to
And it's
be in
also,
that reality is to have some integration.
Language,
Yes, of course, of
you know?
course.
If you speak Indonesian, you're gonna have an easier way of, you know, sharing. You know, people were running around in bikini in the village. Okay, no, it's not gonna work. You know, like you need to be covered. There is a lot of things that you understand little by little, and also Indonesians are, for me, from, and I've seen a lot of places in the world, the most kind humans on the planet. And oh my god, they're incredibly kind. I have a project in Thailand now where I go 2 months a year, and then I come back here and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a cushion. I'm home. They're so nice. And I learned so many things from them because I cared to listen. It's changed my life. One day during Ramadan, my staff told me, you know, boss, you also cannot be angry. What? I cannot be angry. I was like, okay, I try. And I did it for 30 days. I swear to God, man, I'm angry twice a year now. But when I'm angry, everybody runs out. It's a dragon. So, but you know, when I'm angry, I burn myself. The dragon burns, but it burns me. So it's the most beautiful gift that they could have given me. Because I also listen. Yeah, exchange. Yeah.
I would
Art.
say
More art.
more art.
More art.
I think that the money that you spent on advertising could
Yeah,
be
that's
like
gone.
it could be changed in a way, because what I felt was people only understood that it was happening as it was happening. So maybe for times ahead, with all of the hotels, as they're getting bookings for the time that the festival is going to be on, some information and a link
Yes,
to the
but
tickets.
even you can put it in your newsletter. If you want to come back to Gili Air, the festivals are really great. Now we have all the materials, you can reuse them next year.
Yeah.
You know, I send it to all of my guests. But this year, I don't know why. It's the 3rd edition, huh? So I did exactly the same and all the other editions. All the other editions, we were way over expensive. We made 150 minimum. So we kept 100 for the next edition, and then we did charity the whole year with it, you know. So, but I think if everybody brings one person, we're there. All we need is 100 people, max 200, and then our venues are too small.
Yeah.
You know, last year we had 200 people. That's why I was like, okay, I need to make it a bit more expensive so that we have less people and put more double workshops. So because we had people, even Flowers and Fire was too small, you know. We had people until the end of Flowers and Fire. You can see the pictures from the previous events. Also, as a note, this is a charity event. So if people want to come, but they don't have the finances, they can donate whatever they want and come. You know what I mean? Like, there was a whole group from Mataram that came, they paid 150,000 per day. And they went to all the workshops and they loved it, and it's, again, you know, it's a charity event. Just ask. Of course I say yes. Say yes to everything, right? Apalagi, did you want to share something else? Lemo. Lemo is a fantastic eco warrior that started when I took a pause, and he's done incredible work on Gili. And so I'm really looking forward to hear your thoughts, because he's really the new pioneer of all this.
I would like to say maybe something first about the future.
Yeah.
A lot of things was already said in here. I had the same feeling when I came here about the island and energy of the island. So that's why in 2020 I moved from Kuta Lombok here. So I'm already 4 years here, and some of questions you already put, I had the same when I came. So first I meet the people who already done something for this island. So I met one Julie and maybe a couple of more people, and since was COVID, I feel a great chance, like let's do something now, because it's COVID, nobody's busy. But after 4 years I'm more like whatever, inshallah. So basically my starts was as well a lot of time meetings with the head of the village, Pak Sukdin. And I think he's very smart.
Yeah,
he's really like good to talk. But Indonesian people, I love I love the character, I love their smile, but nothing here is like if you do something one day, the next day is over. So that's the thing, like you are there 24/7, or if not, you really feel like you're losing your energy because it's gone.
It's a big burnout.
Anything you do here, it's gone. Next day, it's gone. And then it's hard to say even to sponsors and stuff like, hey man, what's happened with that? Like, it's gone. They don't understand this.
completely
That
understand you.
everything is today.
Completely.
So what I realized is, all we bully, like going on reading books, going on workshops, like how to live today, how to live now, and they live it. They have it in their DNA. What is amazing in a private, but what is really crucial in a business way, project way, because they are not consistent. No one of them. So even the Sukdin, I think he realized that. So he don't wanna put even any projects where needs to be like day by day or week by week, because he's not gonna work.
I'm gonna pause you for just 1 second. I hear you 100%. When you met me, I was exactly where you are today. That's why I needed a break. Now I took that break. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, it's not gonna change. This is the way it is. Yeah?
I know.
But there is a saying in Indonesia that I use all the time, and that is also a lesson of life. Is this one. Pelan-pelan tapi pasti. Yeah? Slow but sure. Eventually we will get there, but it is not a project, you know, this project in Singapore, you can do it in 6 months, boom, we're going. No, this is not happening here. We're going to do this in our whole life, slowly, you know? But that's it. Make your peace with it. Otherwise, you're always going to be frustrated. And we're not in doing charity to be frustrated, huh? We're doing charity to feed our soul, you know? Frustrated, we stop.
Yeah, that's why
But that will help you.
I change
If
even
we
the
do this
strategy.
festival and everybody sells 1 ticket and we make 300 million, let's go, huh? They will support us, huh? If we finance, don't worry.
Yeah, sometimes it's not about money, yeah. Like
No, it's not. It's not about
because
money.
one time money gone and then what? You know,
It's not
I
about
like
money.
to build the things without the money, and if it's money, just bonus, it's perfect. But it still can be run when no money. You know what I mean?
I know
Because
what you mean.
then
and
when
I-
you start with
I
the
hear
money,
you.
it's like it's gonna be just about the money, and then it's hard to step back. Once you already pay,
No,
you're
but-
already in the money cycle, right?
So as a general rule, I finance. So for example, we want to build the playground at the school. Okay, I go to the school today. I bring donations for the kids, and then we're gonna build the playground. Okay, we have this budget. I'm never gonna give them the money. No, I come with to Kayu. He builds it. Voila, we negotiate. We draw it all together. We decide all together with you, with Lucy, with everyone. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I bring the books, not the money to buy the books, because it will transport, transport, hein, abungkus, abungkus, yeah. Yeah. Voilà, it's like that.
You have to be there behind.
It's like that. Okay, yeah, normal. It is the culture. It is always been like that. We're not gonna change that. We have to accept it and flow with it together. But I hear you, man.
So
I
basically,
really hear
then
you.
I moved from adults to children, because I thought like,
Yes.
okay, like I never had experience so much
Education.
with the children. I do some project in Slovakia with children, but not so much. I don't have my own, so it was big school for me as well.
Yeah.
So when I enter, there's only one school here. What I feel like, wow, it's amazing, because if you have 10 school, even if you're active in one, the 9 will flow either way, you know. So when you have one, it's perfect, because it seems easy,
Yeah,
right?
sorry,
It seems.
there's
But
one
when you
time- Yeah.
saw the school, like 2020, it was like, man, the walls were shaking. In the first class, you know, imagine 6 years old, and you touch the walls, and it was like this moving. All roofs broken, like furniture broken, like. So I say, okay, I think this is the first task, right? Make them just the space you wanna go, because if it's the space like maybe you die today in there, of course you don't wanna go there, right? So and then I learned like we had good guys like 3 months. It was a renovation, 6 classroom, playground, the rumak sampah, the parking spot. 3 months. It's record in Indonesia. Really, it's record. So I was very happy that found the group which delivered the result.
Yeah.
But then you come, imagine before the opening and already, oh yeah, tomorrow government come, and then you come, oh, rumak sampah broken, oh, parking broken. It wasn't just new, it was like still with the package and already broken. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, hey, welcome to Indonesia. Yeah, okay, so we fix. And then I realized some things you just don't need to fix. Like, maybe they just don't want parking spot, right? Because if you fix it 3 times and it's still broken, like, okay, you can get mad or just fuck it, you know? Like, okay, no parking spot.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, whatever.
Somewhere in the middle.
Or somewhere in the middle. And then you continue with the children, right? So we made some
Do you have any more improvements or future?
For the improvement,
visions?
for the improvements, I just see the one day, but I just detail because I'm kind of event guy as well from my background, and I really love branding. So I miss some kind of like the branding, like from the main spot, like you come to Harbor and you know it's yoga festival.
Yeah.
You are in the center, or you know maybe some schedules, some what's happening today, what time and where, right?
Yeah, like
Even when I was
There were big.
but maybe a desk.
Yeah.
With like people, like
I agree. Yeah.
a desk, with people giving the information, the program, the paper. This is the yoga festival. Like 2 girls, T-shirt.
So
yoga
we
festival,
were.
something like.
My staff were giving 100 flyers a day at all the people arriving in Gili, and there was big spanduks with the free program and the website and all the sponsors on all the roads when you arrived. There was 30 around the island, Gili Air and Gili T, 15. And I love you. Come here. I want you. Come. My friend Lily and Vera also, come here, who helped me so much. Viens. Come. I come get you.
She's too comfortable.
I know it's comfy. My 2 superheroes, actually. Voilà. Thank you so much.
Yes. Sorry. Well, well, I'm here. I'm just thinking, I think this is the right time for me also to say hello and to say hi to everybody and saying thank you. And thank you especially for Julie, the one that involving us in here. This is such a wonderful project that I think shouldn't be stopped. It mustn't stop. And then when she said, I think I'm just gonna stop, this is the last one. I'm glad today I hear that. It's not going to stop, because I know if I'm still here, I'm just not gonna lie, I don't live here like every day. I work here, but I have house in Lombok. However, I still love my Gili Air. And this is where I'm, creating my things, working in hospitality. That's my specialty. So I think this is such a good thing for all of us. Yeah. And as part of the people that you call Indonesian, even though I'm not from Gili, I feel like I'm from Gili too. Even though I'm not going to pretend I know everything. I don't know anything. You guys probably know better than me, and you stay here like for so many years. I was there in Kuta with him, and that was during COVID. Yeah, I wasn't even here yet. I was here during the earthquake, 2018, and I left because it was too quiet and I'm scared. I tried not to make people scared. I even with some people, we actually doing something to invite the tourism and also the media to involve and to see and to show the people all around the world it's not that scary,
Absolutely.
We try to clean the one in the front, whatever that is ready, I show it to them, they take a picture, they put it in a national TV and everything. We even asked one boat to bring all the travel agents to come here and stay for free, wherever, the hotels that we manage. So I'm glad that I found somebody like her
Me too. Me too.
I'm glad. So this is my stop, and then I think the future.
Bersama.
Bersama. I think what my part, it will be putting the link all together. Whatever, you know, you're from Lombok or you're from here or you work here, as long as you know and you live here, and we're gonna put them all together and then make them all together.
Yeah.
Make it more tighter. I
Yes.
think that's what I think.
Yes, yes, yes.
So next one probably I just have a small little idea to continue this by you know, like a culture. You won't give up. You won't give up. Just like they're just gonna do this. Yes, because that is like a culture. But we show them. We're gonna
Yes.
show them. Because that's the way. If we can show them and then they see us, and then they will do.
Yes, and we'll go with you if you need support.
I think that's it from Maxine. Thank you.
So even the for this branding, even on the stations, like for example, there was this amazing Thai massage or something I never seen the tools.
Oh, she was amazing. Andrea.
But we were like, there, you know, people go like, what is this? Is it that massage? Is it not? So like, whoever do something should have some maybe wooden sign or I don't know, like Thai massage or
Yeah, you can be in charge of that. That's a good
in
idea.
the branding.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Like branding, I love. I mean,
I agree.
even I saw you, I didn't understand like how you can manage it because I saw you in
impossible.
every.
I'm never doing this again. Unless you guys are helping me.
But this year, like,
If you want it to continue, you gotta help me. It's a condition. But we still have enough. We can still do an edition. You know, if everybody brings one person and everybody takes some responsibility, let's rock. Yeah, I agree with you. What I did by myself with my little amazing Filipino assistant is make a really nice Canva presentation where everybody was really nicely represented and a ecologically friendly A4 program where everything was also represented. So I think if every venue takes responsibility for their stage and has a stage manager and has a venue manager, they can then be responsible for having a ticketing office with the donation box, with the ticketing online, with the programs and everything. And I want to make an app, to be honest, because it's a zero waste event. So wooden things, yes, that we can reuse. I still have a lot from the previous event. But when I came home, I had to go emergency with my mom, dengue festival, fantastic, in the hospital for 10 days. Then I went and put 1,000 flyers between Bali, Lombok and the Gilis. Then I came back, I got typhoid fever. And then the festival started 4 days later and I could barely walk. So, voila. That is the best I could do. It's not bad. Huh? We had a good time, right? But yeah, everything is up for improvement, and if everybody brings their stone, it's gonna be so beautiful, you know. And yeah, thank you for your insight. Much appreciated. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel art.
Yes.
More art. But there's a connection between art and culture.
Yes.
Because I feel like, say, in Bali, you can do even the language. You can do Indonesian classes. You can do the offering class. You can do sculpture.
Yes.
Pottery, blah, blah.
So you can be in charge of the art stage.
I would like to have the natural medicine stage.
Yes.
Voilà.
Oh, is it done?
Find a venue and let's go. Yes. So art stage.
Yeah, and I think there's the connection between art and the culture
So
together.
two of my really good friends, Anna and Chatur, they're incredible artists and Balinese, not Balinese, they live in Bali. He's from Java, but I can't remember. He's Indonesian. Incredible artists. They know a lot of artists, so I can put you in contact with them. You can ask anything. have an incredible art stage.
And there's so much like people on the island doing like wood sculpture, they are like there's many skills on the island.
Yeah, last time we had the yin jewelry, we had the coconut carving with nin, we had the coconut oil with the little ibus. But then if it's not profitable enough, I think this is also an improvement. Tell people that the market is free, right?
Yeah.
Because people didn't know.
No,
They thought, I don't have the festival pass.
Yeah, so they didn't come on the market.
So, but this comes again with the branding and with the telling people what it is. This is free. This is, you know. So.
Something that just sparked with me when you were speaking about the
Because
connection.
if the market is profitable, there will be many more coming.
Yeah, on the market for sure.
You know?
Otherwise, all
If
of
it's
them
not profitable,
think
they
it was
don't
like
come
they
back.
had to pay.
Last time it was not profitable enough.
Yeah. We were trying to think about connecting
Because I did
your
inside.
art class with what we were going to do as our
Yeah,
dance.
yeah, yeah.
But maybe like there's more of like a weave in the different stages or the different something. There could be like some theme or something that kind of weaves it all together rather than it to be like this is the astrology stage and this is the medicine stage and this is this stage and they're all doing their own thing, but there's like one thing that kind of connects it all together. If it's like we're building something or it's around this theme, obviously it's the themes. But
It will have the same feel as this festival, but it's just there will be stage managers and venue managers. And I mean the Bitcoin people, they don't come from this program, but if there is a full Bitcoin program, they'll come.
Yeah.
And then of course they'll come to the market as well, and of course they'll come. The first thing that is incredible for this festival is that 200 people come to the island. They eat, they sleep, you know. They
But
take
for
a
example, we were
passport,
going
so
to
even
use-
for the economy as a general island economy, not necessarily in my business, it's also about the island, you know. Everybody benefited.
we were going to use the artwork that Yin was making during her workshop.
Yeah.
Like around the stage or around Raja Bar or somewhere. And then maybe like say if you're doing a permaculture workshop, then the next day the medicine, like the natural medicine, can be about what we learned yesterday in the permaculture.
Yes.
Then can be what can you do with this
Yes, you're
then
gonna
once
be
you grow it,
responsible
you know,
for
it
that.
will be.
Great idea.
I like it.
We make the program really in advance and then you can weave.
I'll do the weaving.
She
She taught me how to embroider, so I'll do it.
Yeah, this is you. You weave. And then you can make it the weave program. So
Yeah.
people can do only the weave program, for
Beautiful.
example.
I'll be
Super
there.
cool. Yeah.
Even that art is good that it stay, right? So if let's say
I didn't understand, sorry.
that the festival is finished,
Yes.
but you do some beautiful art sculpture or from trash or something,
We
but
wanted
it's
to do
really nice,
a
it's
giant
still there.
painting also from the children, and before we had a art exhibition of pictures all taken around the gillies, and we sold it for charity. And then we had a photographer that was here then that elected one of the photographers as the winner. So there was also prizes, there was a cooking competition, there was a lot of different things in the previous editions. So yes, bring it back for sure.
Have you been to Potato's Head on Bali? Yeah, you see like they keep all the slap shoes, the
Yes,
plastic
yes.
shoes, and they do like waves with like sculpture with the slap shoes, because for sure we got so much on the island coming from the sea.
So my idea also was to bring artists and let them stay in properties for free in exchange for a piece of art, and little by little create an art exhibition around the island where people go from a little bit like this, from business to see all the art that has been created over the years and have like an art exhibition, but from business to business. What a lot of people told me is there was too many venues and people got lost. So I think less venues, but the right ones. Yeah. Caterina, mon amour, t'avais encore quelque chose à dire, mon amour? I think I skipped her.
Yeah, like sorry.
You're on such a small chair.
No, I was thinking like the program. I don't know if like because you said maybe like there is like too much venue, like too much events and things like that. So
20 venues.
many of my friends they were like, we can't read it. They were like,
Yes.
it's too small.
So an
The
app.
board like was just like it was not useful, and they were like getting older. They couldn't read it, and they were like they get pest with this paper, and it's like I had this information.
Yes.
So as you say, maybe like less venue, not everything like well, I think maybe
The
it was
same
maybe
time,
too
not the
much.
same
I don't know the time.
An application. It's
Or
very
maybe-
tricky to know how many people are gonna come to your event, and how many. Look here, I cannot put more than 20 people. So if I only have one event and I have, 147 people.
Yeah, you can really see that. So that's
You
it,
sit in
yeah.
the garden over there. You can hang from the.
Yeah, that's I understand. So
Last
this is
time
a-
it was like that, huh? It was like that, huh? At Slow, people were lining up in the garden because and all around the bamboo garden.
So maybe you could say like at Flow, it will be morning and afternoon, always the same time, so 6 times.
Yeah,
So you just advertise one time. You say at Flow, it will be this, and it's like 2 times per day.
Ah yes,
You know,
maybe
like-
try to do it per venue.
Like that's it.
Like
Same
this is all
here.
what's happening at Flow. This is all what's happening at Slow. That's actually a good idea.
And not doing this board was like it was too much, and
Yeah.
the people get lost.
I think
I couldn't read it.
an app.
Yeah, an app would be perfect. I'm not going to do it. I'm
No.
somebody.
I
I will enjoy one app. Yes.
I already found 2 people who are willing to do it for free. Next time
You got
in an
someone
app,
like
and this app can also become an app where people after that can arrive as tourists and use the same app because the whole year the art course with Ian is still available and everybody can go and add their details. You know what I mean?
If you do something like any workshop or
Yeah.
okay.
Then in the app you can even reserve your spot. So if you have 20 people,
We could, yes. Yes, we could. You're already one step ahead of me. I'm thinking about making the app. But yes, we could. And if it's full, they cannot come. So eventually, when we have 200 people, yes, we could. Which could be a really good idea because we've had a lot of people coming for stand-up paddle and there's only 6 complaining. And then the instructors have always been cool and did 2 sessions.
I would really
yeah.
recommend to make it a web app and not make a mobile app that people download. Much easier to
What is
make,
the difference?
much faster. One is something you download on your phone, another is something that exists on the web that
No,
anybody
no,
can access.
downloadable, yes.
No, don't,
No,
I would
no,
suggest don't make it downloadable.
On the app, on the web.
On the
Just
web.
on a website
On my
that's
website.
app like no,
On
no, not
our
on your
website.
website, like a web app.
Web app.
Very happy to
Yes, please, because-
support
Ah,
this.
voilà!
Yeah.
You can be responsible for that.
Very, very happy to support that.
This is cool. Okay, well, we finish now because my brain, I want to go in the sauna. This is school or what? No. Reflection. Katerina, t'as tout dit?
Like about the organization. Qu'est-ce qu'il faudrait dire?
On parle après aussi.
Ouais, non, là-dessus.
You can also
Now we
talk
start.
after if you want. Katerina.
My big dream is more Bersama,
First of all,
more integration.
I want to say
Oh yeah.
that you were my favorite, bringing contemporary dance to Gili Air in Rajabar is something I could not have dreamed of when I created this program. So also why the program became completely crazy is because 2 weeks before the festival, everybody wanted to be part of it. You know, so I was like, of course. And it was all people from the island, so I was like, I cannot say no. So I squeezed everyone in, you know, and I'm so happy I did because so many beautiful things are happening on this island, and it's nice to combine them all together, you know. So congratulations, and the kids. It's so yeah, it's again integration of culture, you know, and it's step 1. I feel like this festival is edition 1 because the other one was 5 years ago, you know. So it's like we're starting from scratch. And as a first edition, it was good, you know.
better than good. It was great.
It was extraordinary.
Yeah.
It was extraordinary. Where I would love to go further
Yes.
is in the integration.
Yes.
My big dream, personally, would be to cast the
Yes.
island kids and teenagers
Yes.
and get them on stage.
Yes.
For them to have a space to tell their stories through art and movement and through the local
So
culture.
we did that.
Yeah.
We did that. Circus.
Yeah.
We did an entire circus performance
Yeah,
at the
you did
school
that last
with
year,
the
last
local
time.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was about the earthquake.
Yeah.
I cried
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
It was incredible. These kids, they opened up. It was really incredible. And then they asked me to stop doing circus at the school because it was enticing the children to party. After 5 years of doing charity, that was my reward.
They said what?
No,
What-
stop.
what- I
Stop.
didn't-
Because too much
Stop because
expression.
you're enticing the kids to party. This is their
Enticing to
their
party?
vision. Yes, but it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
It's
okay,
their
okay,
vision.
okay.
So I said, okay, no problem. But that was an incredible show. So in contemporary dance, yes. Because I think circus, they link it with fire, they link it with party, and everybody knows the big problems that are happening on the side and in the darkness. Everyone's lost a son. So you cannot tell them off. There is always a reason. You have to reflect deeper. Why they tell me off? I understand. Because where this island now is in the night. So we respect. But contemporary dance is different. It's
Yeah.
kind of art.
And the beauty with contemporary dance
So
is that
yes,
it can be linked
definitely possible.
to local
Do it.
and traditional culture.
You
You
can be
know,
responsible for that.
that I want to do more of this.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 100 times yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will support all of you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're gonna film it on the beach, baby. So cool. Okay, cool. Does anybody else? I want to know. Does anybody else wants to add something?
Maybe something. So,
Yes.
like one of my friends is an event planner.
Mm-hmm.
What he did is he has like a feedback system grid,
Ah, yes.
and yeah, the more feedback you have received, the more you gather all the ideas, inspiration, and the twist is there that you incentivize the people to write feedback. Let's say the 3 best feedbacks or improvement ideas, they will get some, I don't know, either some goodies or some other
A reward.
discount
Masala
for whatever
Slovenia.
you make, whatever
And
you
dinner at
think.
Vyaana.
Got the voucher, don't worry.
Yes.
We got the
Oh, we could do that.
still can
Yes,
do it.
I sent a feedback form to everyone. I didn't even check if people filled it out, but I looked at the ones from the previous editions, and there were 57. And there was a lot of cool things in there. I do this all the time. I really love it. I even have guinea pigs stay in my hotel for free and in my spa for free and be the worst customers. Because that's how you improve. Constructive criticism. Anyone else or yeah?
Yeah, one last thing, which is around pricing. So I went out with your staff and I did like on the street sales basically. So flyering and also like being like, hey, come. And the feedback or like the thing that I had to overcome a lot was selling the tourist price, where people would kind of look at that and they're like, whoa,
And
that's
if you told them it's 150 per class,
then
they didn't know.
then I could overcome it that way.
Yeah,
So
voilà.
my overcome was always, well, don't worry, you can come to any class, it's 150, and remember, this is donation basis for charity.
Yes.
And then they would open to it.
Voilà.
And so I think there's something there around some shifting of the pricing or some making it into something slightly more piecemeal or leading with the 150.
So I think
and then those
there
who want
is-
to commit can.
Yeah, I think one, how we put it on the website, because we lost a lot of people because they came online and then they were like, oh no. Two, I think there's different target markets. So you have the target market that arrives on the island that's going to pay 150 per class. And for them, I didn't even tell, honestly, when I was giving flyers, I was just telling them that.
Right.
You can go anywhere you want and you just pay 150 per class in the box. You know? I didn't even talk about the online prices. The online prices is the 3.5 is people coming from Melbourne for the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay? It's cheap for them, you You know, they have 4 days of workshops from 7 a.m. till 11. You know, the second is the people, expats that are coming from Bali and Lombok. So they book a couple of weeks in advance because they decide to come, and they pay 1 million for the weekend. Totally honest. For 4 days, you know? And then you have the ones that are already here. They didn't plan to come for that. They don't want to do a full yoga festival, but they will come maybe for that and for that and for that. So that's the 150. So, but that's again the price page and the branding and the office. Totally agree. It was on my to-do list. Just didn't get there. Okay. Yes, Lily.
Just strategy only.
Yes.
For next one to get better, to
Yes.
get more people. I think we just need to invite some local travel agents
Yes.
who always make a group coming this side.
Yes.
And those we've got I'm quite active in one of the organization, which is all the general managers in Indonesia. We all together, and we always work with them. And here in Lombok, we can also work with them.
Yes.
And we can work with all general managers.
Yeah.
Then we can do some cross selling. The one in Kuta, they can like sell 1 day trip. That was actually the idea, but it was too short for
Yes,
us at that
absolutely.
time. We were doing that between us in Mandalika, but it's just too short because we have no time to explain to them, marketing team, sales and marketing team, and also to all the travel agents. So by this time, I think for the next one, we might have more time and we might have better people coming this side, because that strategy might be to be reminded next time. So like in months in advance, we already mentioned it, and or we invite them to come to have a look, and then this is where gonna be the location, so they can actually start putting the itinerary for them. I think that's
And also, which you brought, which was incredible, is the Lombok tourism and the head of the island and the head from. There were so many officials coming to support us and really loved the idea. Again, this is something I cannot do alone. I need you for that. You know what I mean? And that's what's amazing about Bersama, about doing it together. And because together we are more strong. And also, of course, I forgot now what I wanted to say. The dates. I think we should launch the dates now.
Yes.
So I was looking at Eid al-Fitr and Ramadan, which is 31 of March. I was thinking 3 weeks after, so 27 of April-ish, that weekend, those 4 days. So I'm gonna go talk to the head of the island. I already asked them online. But so we can already launch it now, do the ticketing already online now. And the problem with the program is that we finished the program 2 days before. 2 days before, because people were changing and so we need to, I don't know how, but also there were so many cool things. Maybe somebody else can do the program, because me, I cannot say, oh, you want to do art? Yes. Oh, you want to do, yes, contemporary dance? Yes. You know, but then it's like, Julie, this is the program. No, this is the old one. This is the new one. And online, my graphic designer Nico in Serbia never put the new one online. So it was a whole fantastic disaster. But it worked really well. So definitely, this maybe you can be responsible for that. So you can maybe be more strict with them and be like, oh, I'm done. You know?
To give a deadline, like you want to build a stage, you want to do.
But we can also start already now and be like, okay, all the ones from last year, who's in and what do you want to offer? So we can already put that in, and instead of putting all the dates and the location, we can just do the Canva. You know? Because, you know, when it's happening is not so important. It's more like what is happening that people will be like, and then the, you know, where.
And you had so many great international facilitators, and they should already be on there, you know, because that'll be the
But they
reason
don't
some
know
people
yet.
come. They don't know yet.
No.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
know.
I mean, but sooner than 2 days.
Yes. They were already,
Yeah.
They were already. We just kept adding them. Everything I started, the program was already online 3 months before, because I started doing it in Copenhagen. So, but then we just kept adding and it was not finished.
Yeah.
And then I just printed something that was never gonna be right. So people were going around with that program. I was like, throw that away. Take this one. But where is this? Okay. Yeah? Thank you so much, guys. From the bottom of my heart. The beginning of
Yeah, I
something
like this brainstorming. Yeah. Perfect ball you got.
very organized.
Yes.